Okay, welcome to Strength Beacon. I got a question from someone that I'd like to answer, and this is for Alice Vale. Thank you, Alice, very much for your question. It is very much appreciative. And your question is, fasting, will it work for you? Is fasting dangerous? Now what I think she means is, will it work for her? So we're going to take it like that. First of all, let's tackle the is fasting dangerous portion, because yes, fasting can become dangerous. If you fast excessively for long periods of time, for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, if you're just fasting, putting no liquids in your body, putting no food in your body, putting no juices in your body, no nutrients, it can become harmful. Your muscle tissue can be start to be broken down to feed your body. You will lose bone density. You will have vitamin deficiencies. Usually, the only time a fast is done more than a day or two is usually for spiritual or religious purposes, because there's not a whole lot of health benefit to that. But on the other hand, intermittent fasting, which is fasting non-continuously or periodically, small bouts of fasting with small bouts of eating. Usually intermittent fasters, they'll fast for about 16 hours and then they'll have an 8-hour window where they consume their meals or their calories for that day. That kind of fasting is extremely beneficial for you. So now I'll talk about the benefits of fasting. What fasting does, and I did make a video about this previously, but I'll just cover it briefly. If you want more detail, you can go back and look at the other video. But fasting, it cleans your body. What happens is when you're eating food, when you're constantly eating, then your body is constantly in the mode of digesting the food. And there's one thing that your body has to pump towards your digestive system to digest it, and it's your blood. So your body is constantly working to digest the food and break it down and get it through and through your colon, through all your intestines, to your rectum, out your anus, until finally, when the food is released, then it can just rest. And what happens when you have no food to digest in your body? Well, all of that blood and all of that energy that was going to digest that food suddenly starts to go to other areas of your body. Suddenly starts to go to your heart, to your organs, to your muscles. And it starts to heal and clean those areas. For instance, the word is slipping my mind right now. Cholesterol, the little platelets of cholesterol that build up on the inside of your veins, which is something that happens to everyone, your body actually starts to clean those off when you're fasting. Your stomach, that for the normal average person usually works about 20 hours a day non-stop, continuously digesting food, finally starts to stop and clean itself. Your stomach has mucus linings all around it. Your stomach is a very, very sensitive area, and it needs that time to rest and be cleaned. Fasting also promotes a clearer frame of thinking. When your body is not digesting, you actually get more blood to your brain, believe it or not. So you have more mental clarity. And there are many, many other benefits that you can go and read pages of this stuff online and research it for yourself. I believe that the number one benefit to fasting, in accordance with weight loss or getting in shape, is that instead of eating 3, 4, 5, 6 meals a day and having to plan out all of those meals, you could just eat 1, 2, 3 times a day in an 8-hour window. So you're constantly not always eating. First thing you do in the morning, you get up and you eat. Oh, then a few hours later, have to have a snack. Then at lunchtime, you have to eat. Then a snack between dinner and lunch. And then finally dinner. And if you're a real binger, then you know dinner's not your last meal. There's another meal. So intermittent fasting really takes the brain work out of things, and it also allows you to have bigger meals. Me personally, I'm like most people, I do not feel satisfied with 6 or 5 or even 4 very small meals that are 300 or 400 calories each, there's just it just doesn't fill my body up. It doesn't give me the mental or emotional stability that eating should give you. But having bigger meals, such as maybe 800 calories, 900 calories, 1,000 calories, for me they're usually 1,200 calories each. I eat 2 meals for 1,200 calories and bam, I feel good, I feel great, I feel totally satisfied and full. And intermittent fasting is extremely easy to do once you get it started. The first day or two you might have some cravings, but really after the 3rd, 4th, 5th day, the cravings really do start to subside a lot. Will it work for you? My answer is, I honestly don't know if it will work for you. It depends on how much consistency you're going to apply to it. But I will say, I do believe that it could work for anyone. I have a 13-year-old brother right now who's doing intermittent fasting. I'm 25, okay? I work from home, I'm doing intermittent fasting. My wife, she's a student and she has an out-of-the-home job. She's doing intermittent fasting. So there's all of these different people, all different ages, all different, jobs right now and stuff and stages of life. And yet we're all doing intermittent fasting and it's all working for us. We're all losing fat. We are all feeling better and feeling more energy. And that's another thing. Intermittent fasting really does give you a lot of energy. You hear these claims all over the internet about, oh, intermittent fasting is the new biggest thing. Oh, I have so much energy, more energy than a raw foodist vegan for the first week. And it's true. The energy really is there. I have experienced that. But as far as if it will work for you, if you have the consistency and you apply yourself to it, yes, it could work for you. And not only can it work for you, it could really benefit your health a lot, including stabilizing your blood sugar, losing fat off your body. If your goal is to make muscle gains, you can do that as well. Okay, Alice, I'm going to tell you how to start off your day if you're going with the general intermittent fasting crowd. To start off your day, you would drink a lot of water. Just start drinking the water. Now, if you're going to work out, so let's say you're fasting from 8 o'clock at night and you're fasting for 16 hours, so that would be until noon the next day. And then at noon to 8 p.m. is where you get your meals in. And don't think you have to get 3 meals in. I mean, where did 3 meals come from? It came from probably some farmer back in the day that said, I want to eat this time, and this time. But before then, we just ate when we were hungry. We ate when we felt like it. We didn't have these set out scheduled times that, okay, I have to get 3 meals in or I have to get 5 meals in. That's something that's just been made up. I'm not even sure where that came from. 3, I don't know, maybe it's just the celestial number or something. Anyway, however many meals you're going to get, usually with the intermittent fasting crowd, they do anywhere from 1, 2, or 3 meals. So, this does depend on your workout timing, and I will cover that in this video in a minute. So, let's say you break your fast at 12 o'clock. You would eat your meal. Now, intermittent fasting does not give you the right to go out and say, oh, I'm not going to count my calories, I'm going to eat whatever I want, okay? You have to do some sort of portion control, or you have to count your calories. You have to do something like that, because at the end of the day, if your basal metabolic rate, if your calories per day that you're burning is 2,000 calories, if you eat more than 2,000 calories, you're going to gain weight. So let's say that you're doing 2 meals. Okay, that's what I personally do. I'll cover what I do as well. So you do 2 meals, you'd break your fast at 12. Maybe you'll eat half your calories then at that meal. That's what most people do, is 1,000 calories there, or 40 to 50% of their calories, so 800 to 1,000 calories. Then you go throughout your day, and anywhere in that 8-hour window that you're in, up until 8 o'clock at night, you can eat the rest of your calories then. So you can have your second meal. In between there is when you would do your workout. Now, if you are going to do your workout before 12 noon, then you're going to be in a fasted state. And what a lot of people recommend is getting your BCAAs. Okay, I use modern BCAA. You can use whatever you want. This one has 15 grams per scoop. Most people basically say that you need, you can have about 35 calories or 40 calories of a supplement, and it's not really going to affect your fast that much. Also, when you are in a state where you're exercising and your body is pumping blood, it is going to lower your insulin that you may have just kicked up a little bit with a scoop or two of BCAAs. Usually the recommendation is 10 grams. So if you work out at 8 o'clock in the morning, you take 10 grams of BCAAs, go work out, and then for every 2 hours that you are not going to break your fast, so for every 2 hours after that until you break your fast, you would have another 10 grams. So you have your 10 grams of BCAAs, 8 o'clock in the morning, you go work out, and then at 10 o'clock you have another scoop, 10 grams of BCAAs, and then at 12 o'clock you're breaking your fast. So you just break your fast. If you weren't breaking your fast until 2 o'clock, then you'd have yet another serving of BCAAs. Kind of get the drift here? If you are working out in between your 2 meals, then you would have a meal, go work out, then have your next meal. If you're eating 1 meal a day, then you would want to do your workout sometime before that 1 meal. You definitely want to eat your meal after you work out if you're only eating 1 meal. Okay, so BCAAs are a must for the general intermittent fasting crowd. By the way, another protein you can use if you're going to use protein is Isopure. I highly recommend it. It's very, very easy on the digestive system and the stomach. Now I'm going to cover what I'm doing. I am doing intermittent fasting. I fast from 8 o'clock at night to 12 noon, okay? I break my fast with a whole food meal at 12 o'clock. I usually will have anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 calories, and then I will go to the gym, maybe at about anywhere from 4 to 6 o'clock. I'll do my gym workout, and then I'll come back, and then I will have what I call my recovery meal, which is just another whole foods meal that consists of about 1,000 to 1,200 calories. And usually I have raw milk with that one because it is liquid. It does get digested a little bit faster. So I'm not sure if there's any science to back that up. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but it makes me feel better knowing that I'm getting a little something liquid in my body right after I've just weight trained / cardio. So Alice, I hope that answers your question. I hope that I covered everything in pretty good detail for you. If you have any other questions or if this did not clarify it for you, then go ahead and email me your question at strengthbeacon@gmail.com, and I hope the IF goes well.